Please give it up for Jamie.
Hi. Yeah, I'm short. Yeah. So my name is Jamie, and I grew up in Brooklyn. And I guess yes, thank you. It's amazing how when you say Brooklyn, it's like you did something to deserve an award. It's weird. So I'm from Brooklyn, and I guess I should start by saying that I'm not a fucking pussy. Let me just start right there. And I grew up in the projects, believe it or not, and this is a far cry from the way that I looked when I was growing up. I'm 5'3", and people were scared fucking shitless of me. And the thing is, I just want to make this distinction that having courage doesn't mean you're not afraid, in my opinion. So you can have courage, it just means you're scared as shit, but you don't give a fuck. You know, you're gonna do it anyway. So I was the kind of person where in Brooklyn, where I come from, in Coney Island, you either are a bully or you get bullied. So as soon as I learned that, I was really ready to fuck people up. And I was the kind of person that if I heard somebody was talking shit about me, I would come up to him, I would be like, yo, I heard you were fucking talking shit about me, bitch. If I hear that shit again, I'm not gonna even ask you, I'm gonna smack the shit out you, motherfucker. And then they would be like, and I would make girls cry. I mean, it was totally crazy. So now I teach yoga. And the truth is, I can't make this shit up. I teach yoga. And I'm deep, and I've been to India, and I've been working on myself and in therapy for since I was born, you know, the whole thing, trying to undo the anger and the reason that I was so crazy. So let me get to the story. I'm living in Hollywood in a bungalow, a 1920s style bungalow, and my front door is all glass panes, right? You know the kind? Like the little glass quaint thing? So I have to hang a little shade on there so that people can't see me. And I move in, and at the time, I'm bartending in Hollywood. And I would ride my bicycle, because I thought it was so fucking cool, to work and back every day, 2 in the morning. And I would get this eerie feeling when I would walk down the pathway to my apartment that somebody was watching me at 2 in the morning, take my bike in there. And so because I'm in therapy and I do yoga, you know, I'm like, this is the dialogue in my head. Jamie, why do you like to make yourself the center of all this negative excitement? What do you get out of this? You know, nobody's watching you, you're good, just relax. What is this? It's old childhood trauma. So I get home one night and I did my first adult thing, which I bought a plasma television. I didn't have cable, I didn't have a VCR, a DVD player, but I had this TV. So I have it sitting there and it's 2 in the morning and I get home and I lie on the couch just to look at the TV. And all of a sudden, outside of my kitchen window, I hear something kind of like this. Right? That was actually pretty good. I hear that, and every single hair on my body literally stands up. And my heart is racing, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? Oh my God, and I'm lying there, and again, I'm like, God, why do you do this to yourself? What do you get out of making yourself the center of this negative drama, blah, 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 blah. So I cannot make this shit up. First of all, I had just been on a date because I just broken up with my boyfriend at the time, and I told the guy, I don't know, I keep having these feelings I'm going to be the victim of a heinous crime. He never called me again. I think he was like, you're really crazy. So anyway, I'm freaking out. I feel something, so I get up and I say to myself, you know what? Maybe it's time I just bite the bullet. I need to get on anti-anxiety medication. Maybe my body will be able to tolerate it. I walk over to my desk. It's 2:40 in the morning. I sit down at the desk, this is my front door, 1920 style bungalow, and I start Googling a fucking Seinfeld episode. I'm like, side effects of anti-anxiety medication. And as I'm waiting for the search results to come up, I don't know what makes me turn my head, but I turn, and my mail slot is propped open with a hand, and a dick is sitting right through my motherfucking door. Motherfucker. And it was a little black dick and a little black hand. This shit was so weird. So I'm in a swivel chair, and I get up and I swivel the chair at the door. I was like, ah! I mean, it was really something like that. I'm not even kidding. And then I was so terrified that he was gonna punch the glass window and let himself in my house and rape me. I don't even know. So then I go, and I don't want him to know I'm alone, and I go in the bedroom and I'm like, wake up to myself. Jamie from Brooklyn is gonna piss her pants. And then I'm pretending I'm a man. I'm like, what? What is it? Who's out there? I call 911 and I'm like, oh my God, you don't just like put his dick in my door. And the woman's like, ma'am, is there someone standing outside your door? I'm like, I don't know, he had his dick in my door, he had his dick in my door. And she's like, ma'am, can you see if there's, I was like, send a police officer, the guy had his dick in my door. And she wanted to like, anyway. By the time the cop came, I had a hammer, a baseball bat on combat boots. I'm in long johns. I was like trembling like this when the cop came. And he like let himself, it's like an LA cop, he's like letting himself around my house like we were lovers. It was so weird. He gave me his phone number. And here's the courage part of the story. The next day, or 2 days later, because I refused to stay in that house because I was terrified, I would hear like this, and I think there's like a dick coming in the window, a dick coming in the bathroom, you know. So I call my ex-boyfriend, and he comes, and we go have Thai food, and I say to him, you know what? Soon as we're done eating, we're gonna go look for this motherfucker. And he's like, but you don't know what he looks like. I said, it's intuitive. We're going to look for him. I don't like that he knows what I look like, he knows where I live. I don't know who he is, and that's the terrifying part. Don't you guys know, intuition is a weird fucking thing. We go walking after our Thai food, 11 o'clock at night. I look over, I see a short little black dude standing in this woman's doorway at 11 o'clock at night. I know the woman who lives there. He's not her. Long story short, we chase him down. I run inside, I get the baseball bat, because I'm from Brooklyn, and we have baseball bats. That's what we do. We call the sheriff's office, and they come, and there was a $50,000 warrant out for his arrest. And away he went. And the point is, if I was a different kind of person, maybe I wouldn't have done that. And after that, not to be like so cheesy, but I did go around my neighborhood with his photo, because he looked like Flavor Flav. It was so weird. He was like, and I brought all this community awareness to where I lived. And then I literally was not afraid. And that's my story about courage.
Yeah, Jamie. Fucking yeah. That was awesome.